Well, hi there, everybody, and good Thursday morning to meteorologist Travis Kleneski here. Good to be back on this Thursday morning. Today is our transition day back from the nice weather we had yesterday to the cold stuff that we have coming tomorrow, and the wind, the snow that's coming as well. But today is all about the wind. Now, we had a cold front. It's really passing through as I speak through the Tri-Cities area, and behind that front, winds are starting to whip around out of the northwest. They're getting pretty gusty, and they're going to pick up farther south here later this morning. They'll be fairly strong throughout much of the day, 20 to 30 mile per hour winds, gusts approaching 40 miles per hour. So it'll be a noticeable wind, and along with that, some colder air is settling in as well. It's already settled into northern Nebraska, and our temperatures won't climb much farther to the south. Heading into tonight, the winds die back. We'll see an increase in clouds, and in fact, later in the night, we start to see snow move in from the west. By the time we get to our morning commute tomorrow, we could be talking about some heavier snowfall rates, which means our morning commute could be a little rough going. Now, here's the good news about tomorrow. We don't have to deal with too much wind. Those east-northeast winds, 5 to 15 miles per hour, not as bad as today. So there's not going to be a lot of blowing snow. That said, that snow will be falling fairly heavy and accumulating quickly. It's a kind of a quick burst of snow. It's not going to last terribly long, mostly from the early morning hours, say 3 o'clock onward through the noon hour, and then once we get to noon, then it starts to taper off to more of a light snow event as it starts to push to the east, and by the end of the day, most of us pretty much done with the snow. A few clouds do remain out there, but it's kind of a quick round of snowfall, but it is enough that it is going to accumulate, and because of that, we do have winter weather advisory in place we're going to talk about here in just a bit. It was issued earlier this morning. So first off, snowfall totals. It's not going to be a lot, but over a small period of time, it's going to fall at a pretty decent rate. So kind of looking at that 1 to 4 inch range, I could see some isolated locations getting a little bit over 4 inches where you see that dark blue. There's the possibility, but you can see that heaviest band, north central Nebraska to the southeast part of the state, lighter totals in southwest Nebraska, northwest Kansas. So winter weather advisory is in place appropriately for those areas in purple, starting at 3 a.m. for most of central and northern Nebraska, starting at 4 o'clock in southeast Nebraska tomorrow morning, and starting at 6 o'clock in northeastern Kansas. This will continue until 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon across north central Nebraska, and then 6 o'clock everywhere else. 1 to 4 inches of snow with those highest totals again in the purple shaded areas. We do have more snow down the road to talk about those. Well, I'll get to that in just a bit in your 7-day. So highs today. Many of you have already seen your highs. It's not going to get much warmer. In fact, some of these temperatures will drop later in the day. We'll get some slight recovery up north. So upper teens up north to the 40s in the south. Tonight, this is the real beginning of the cold air for most of us. Single digits and teens returning for lows. The winds will taper off tonight. Clouds will be on the increase, and then highs tomorrow. Look at this. Unless you go way out west, it is not going to be a pleasant day temperature-wise tomorrow. Teens, mid and upper teens, some lower to mid-20s as we go farther west. It's the panhandle that's going to see the nice temperatures in the 40s. Low 30s around Imperial and Ogallala. And that cold just kind of staying in place Saturday. Teens and 20s for highs, maybe a few 30s across the southwest. Again, they kind of bask in the best weather, so to speak. But we could get another round of some light snow later Saturday into Saturday night. Most of the snow after today does not look, or after tomorrow does not look as significant. Tomorrow's that 2 to 4 inch range. Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, at most an inch or two. This does not look like a major snowmaker. Once again, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of wind with that Saturday time frame, so I don't think there'll be a lot of blowing snow, but it's a good chance we'll see some light snow out there. So if you have plans Saturday, plan on a little bit of light snow, maybe another inch or two. We still have more chances to talk about the rest of this forecast. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, kind of off and on, mostly looking at very light flurries of snow, not a lot. I don't think we'll see a snow continue to pile up here. So the bulk of our snow accumulation the next couple of days comes tomorrow, Friday. And I'll tell you right now, I have seen the posts on social media the last couple of days, including from KATV out in Omaha, came out a couple of days ago about the snowfall totals being up around a foot in the Tri-Cities. At this point, I would put our total accumulation over the next 3 or 4 days at around 3 to 7 inches. But most of that comes tomorrow in that 2 to 4 inch range. So more than likely, again, we're not going to see more than a half foot of snow, and that's at most here in the Tri-Cities over the coming days ahead. But what I will tell you is a lot of cold is settling. And look at those highs, teens and 20s, lows, a lot of single digits in there, and if not that, lower teens. So it's going to be cold at night too, and we'll try to recover a little bit by Wednesday, getting back to around 30. But you got to keep in mind now, for today, our average high is 40 in Hastings, 39 in GI and Kearney. So our average high is continuing to slowly climb as we progress through February. So we're just not getting much warmer, and there's not a lot of warmth down the road. We may see a few more 30s past that 7-day forecast, but not a lot above average coming over the next 10 day. So the other thing I want to mention real quick here, it is Glow Big Red, the campaign celebrating the 150th anniversary of the University of Nebraska. Of course, I am a proud alum of the University of Nebraska, and they're doing this over the next couple of days, encouraging alumni and fans to fly their Husker flags. If you're a fan, wear your favorite red Husker t-shirts and shirts and things like that. If you have red light bulbs, put those out on your front porch or whatever and get those lit up. And of course, they have also a donation campaign going on as well that they're encouraging people to participate in. But really, it's about just celebrating all things Huskers and all things University of Nebraska. And I would include the University of Nebraska Medical Center, and even UNK and UNO I would include in that, even though it's really mostly about UNL. But it's just a way to celebrate all things Husker. And of course, you can see I have the shirt that they provided for us here at the TV station. The story says, "In our grit, our glory." And I think it's a pretty nice shirt, actually. The only problem with it is it's a triple XL. I'm a large person. I'm not that large. So it fits over top okay, but maybe more of a nighttime shirt for me more than anything. So, all right, got to go. So I will hope you all have a wonderful day. Again, windy today. Most of the snow coming tomorrow. And again, that morning commute, about the time I'm doing this video tomorrow morning, it'll be like that's really when the bulk of the snow will be falling and the worst conditions will be. So, with that, hope you all have a wonderful day. I'll see you all again bright and early on a Friday morning. Happy Valentine's Day to you as well. Take care. Bye.